Yeah, design sprint is essentially 4-day process of rapidly designing and creating services. So you can, instead of doing service design and UI, UX design for 2 or 4 months, there is a methodology by Google from 2012, made a sprint by Jake Knapp. So with this methodology, you can essentially arrive to the same point in just 4 days. And where to use it? It's more like to get faster to the market, exceed competition. So please Google design sprints. So I'll continue from that. I just mentioned the word designing experiences with AI, the opportunities and also the challenges. So we have to look at this stuff into the balance. So I would like to a little bit like manage your expectations as well. Probably many of you think firstly Andres will show a few tricks of using AI image generation in Photoshop. Then Andres will continue creating some images and bragging about it in Midjourney AI. And finally, Andres is going to make another set of graphics in DALL-E by Bing Chat or Microsoft Copilot. So I'm not going to do none of these because the previous presenters quite clearly showed that there can be quite huge risks if a beginner designer or somebody who doesn't want to hire a designer thinks that whatever product manager that if he asks a picture from AI to describe something and it goes completely wrong, then from the previous presenters, especially by Kaspar Loog, showed this kind of LHV bank example. So that's clearly the case. So I'm going to talk about a little bit like designing about the experiences and opportunities, and really to guide what will be this kind of first steps if you want to really design some kind of experience. So firstly, I would like to have this kind of always like two sides of first like optimism or also a little bit less skepticism. It's firstly the question is that is AI more like a trend or something bigger for design? So for example, when talking about the design, we had different platforms which can, for example, Luca.com could create branding for you using AI, like logos and texts, and even printed everything on the t-shirts and business cards. So this was already like 7 years ago. And also around 5 years ago, Adobe started to experiment quite clearly with the most intelligent copilot for designing. It was called Adobe Sensei. So you can get all types of compositions, whatever you like, from single picture, like something for the posters, something for the website, something for the mobile views. So when I'm really talking about design, so design is not only the visual part. So design is lot of like about information architecture, and especially with the service design, we are going to talk something what is called like creating Disney magic for the services. So customer is really delighted and surprised that something is really delivered and exceeds the expectations. So in that sense, a lot of misconception is that design is lipstick on the pig, but actually the good design is actually about the experiences and the signature moments. So how to do it with for example using like ChatGPT as you see on my slide right now. So I'm going to just describe a little bit like tactical steps how to create an experience, and this kind of example what I'm going to talk about is creating a new website for the video production company. Just an example. So fundamentally, if you use ChatGPT 4, I'm not going to demo it because ChatGPT sometimes has crash and doesn't work all the time. So I'm just like describing these 4 steps what to use. So firstly, what you're going to use to ChatGPT, that you're going to say as a prompt that imagine now you are UI UX designer. So ChatGPT, you are UI UX designer. And what ChatGPT answers to you is that, okay, I am UI UX designer. I can help you with following things and following stuff. So next thing, what in the prompt, what you are going to say to ChatGPT before that, there is a company of 4 people who run video production, and they have the capabilities of regular cameras, some drone footage, and they don't like to do so much broadcasting like we are doing right now. They want to do more like video ads. So that will be the quick brief for the ChatGPT to understand the context of the business, and I described it quite shortly, maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 facts. So actually, the more facts you give about this current situation of the business, the better it is. So now we are in step 2. So step 3 will be actually that you will ask ChatGPT to create customer types to whom this service could be useful. So you just ask that please write, based on previous prompt, write me a list of the customers for whose this service could be really useful. And then ChatGPT generates you probably different user types or personas. For example, Tom is 45 years old. He's some kind of flower shop owner. Lisa is 53 years old. She's a manager of the e-commerce, a bigger website selling cosmetics, etc. So ChatGPT 4 is quite comfortable of creating that kind of personas. And last thing, probably what I would do, being in this kind of experience research phase, I would like ChatGPT to basically say that, okay, could you please create this kind of experience description and user journey of this customer when this customer first clicks on Google AdWords ad and the result, and then visits our company website and then fills the contact form. Could you please describe this kind of best experience for the customer? And with no problems, ChatGPT can generate you basically A4 sheet of the steps of what the customer will experience. So what I've been using that kind of stuff for the, let's say, user research and also creating this kind of ideas journeys. I see that with the ChatGPT, I have a really good companion to bounce my ideas. So I would like to take ChatGPT more like apprentice or like a practitioner, which work you have to still oversee to understand that whether it succeeds or so. In that sense, you are the expert still, but you have some suggestions from AI or ChatGPT. And also I have tried to do similar stuff with Microsoft Copilot, also Google Bard, and I haven't done in the X platform yet. So in short conclusions, using right now this kind of assisting work from Microsoft Copilot, which is quite slow and doesn't work most of the times, is a little bit risky. And also with Google Bard is also cannot learn contextually so well from the previous prompts. So when designing experiences, I feel that GPT-4, for which you have to pay, well spent 20 euros per month. I think this is a way to go to use it as an assistant to the brainstorming. So next thing, to talk a little bit like opportunities and possibilities. So many are saying that AI is changing design in big ways. So I think it's not anymore so theoretical. So this access to the design and helping Midjourney or DALL-E bots to create graphics, as we saw from previous presenters, it's not it's news from the beginning of this year, so it's quite accessible and quite well spent. But still, I would like to learn from the history, and where we look for the Netflix or even Spotify, which suggests you good songs in case your child comes in and selects from the Spotify some children thanked songs and messes up your suggestion system. Luckily for this, it is also countermeasure, but the big thing has been that the kind of machine learning and AI can really well like predict what customers want to see and look next, and just look no further in the YouTube, especially if you have the paid subscription to the YouTube, you can see how well this suggestion works. Now imagine that, like from the previous presenters also, that you can get this kind of suggestions when you are using eShop. So imagine you can design an eShop which reconfigures itself to what you really want to use. So it's not about using this kind of traditional design of the eShops like Amazon or eBay or Walmart is doing right now. So just imagine that in your view, the eShop knows that you are really right now going into a bigger store and you want to buy some colorful rubber boots. So this eShop like closes everything else which is not relevant and concentrates serving you best selection or variants to select the rubber boots. So I think that this is the next horizon what we can look at. So next. So users also can, when you are in the eShop, you can do a lot of personalization using the AI. So basically in that sense, if you go to the t-shirt shop or you want to have some really personalized clothes, so you can really start designing your custom clothes, which nobody else will not buy, immediately using AI graphics, like it was shown from the previous presenters, which around the product you can create the atmosphere, but also on the t-shirt you can create something really personal, which is not available on the eShop in that sense. So it can really help to learn and personalize this kind of tastes. And I think it's a really good way also to maybe have a say in this kind of sustainability and environmental thing, that this kind of custom products are better for environment than creating large batch of thousands of t-shirts, and then when they are not sold, it goes to the landfill and not used. So this kind of personal customized products delivery probably will be the future for the sustainability as well. So next thing, rapid prototyping. You can really see that how there is a possibility that system can build on top of the system and continues to doing that. For example, Google DeepMind created a gaming platform for which when you have played different levels, so this platform actually thinks next levels, and also it learns what kind of gaming levels you liked and what kind of gaming levels you didn't like. So you can create like kind of personalized direction. So why I'm talking about the gaming as a designer? So I think from a year 1992 or something like that, when I was playing fake Nintendos, and I was learning a lot of gamification in terms of like onboarding to the game or how to play the game. So as time goes forwards, there is a bigger need for the gamification to onboarding to digital apps and services, even probably with LHV or other banks in the future. So in that sense, I suggest to see that how different AI tools, which there is and will be more available, help to in the gamification and onboarding the customers to your service. And next thing I'm going to also talk about is like predictive UX. So UX stands for user experience design or usability. So so with AI, we can really design what the users need. Like AI can still think like one step before what the user wants. But the big risk is in that if AI misinterprets what the user wants, then has to be a feedback loop that I didn't get like valuable information. You give it a couple of times back to AI, and then the AI transfers this discussion to human agent or human chat agent. So I think this is a quite foolproof activity to do. I was really challenging Adobe's AI already 5 years ago with selling me additional services and packages. And I was really happy to see also that if Adobe kept asking that did I get answer to me right, I said no. I said no again, that after few no's, it already knew how to deliver this discussion to the human agent. So over-relying on the AI can be, like, in that sense, quite big risks. So when looking at AI in design, say AI is not perfect, like you saw in the previous presentations as well. So we have to be really careful how to use it. And for example, if you just give this kind of prompt to Microsoft Copilot that draw you a picture of the person who is happy and sad at the same time, and you ask these things on different days, you get completely different results. So in that sense, if you have contextually used to get something from the AI, and you ask something next time, so it can be completely different. And without proper education or self-education in how the design works, this can be really risky, because with one picture, people can just get quite wrong emotions. And I'm already seeing in a lot of news portals, a lot of banners, AI generated like humans, which convey not real emotions. And I was really thinking that this company who just generated AI picture of some AI human who was like proposing this product, why didn't have money to hire for 150 euro a photographer to sell this product, which costs, it can be a car, costs hundreds of thousands. So in that sense, it's not understandable why it's so. So once again, to summarize, the over-reliance on the AI is a risk, and this human touch has to be right now at least programmed in the chat and experiences. And to summarize also, the ethical part, that AI learns from the data. So you have to, if you create some kind of solution for one region, it has, especially using some kind of visual, this kind of approving, then this solution has to work with other regions as well. For example, with the face scanner, it can be then risky if it goes to, doesn't recognize like other skin colors than in this region. So, and once again, data privacy, to summarize, which was also talked with the previous presenters, that you have to be really careful when you ask AI to collect personal email addresses. We still operate under GDPR, and actually we still don't know that if I give some data to the AI, can somebody else retrieve this data also from the AI? And to conclude, it has pluses and minuses, opportunities and threats. I suggest to use and experiment with that, but just take it still as a aperitif. It's you have to be an expert to revalidate what the AI provides. Thank you.
Andres, thank you. Thanks for that speech. As a digital services expert, you have seen different digital services, both websites and apps, etc. Can AI help us in validating these sites to digital products and to give kind of honest feedback? Because very many people are running their websites and they're thinking everything is okay, but it, in fact it's not. Mm-hmm. So can AI helping in this as well, while helping definitely to develop new things?
Mm-hmm. I think one important trend what is coming up is 2025 accessibility directive for the Europe, which companies over 10 million euros and over 10 million employees have to comply to the web content accessibility guidelines, so by European Union. And I see quite steady growth of the startups, which have some kind of AI-assisted audits to do that. But right now, I don't know still a good proper tool for the experience validation. So I still encourage you to just do the regular user tests or interviews with your customers once a month, just to validate how they perceive the service and just play through some kind of journey. So, yeah.
As an entrepreneur, how are you finding your clients? Are they going to the websites and digital services and say that, okay, these are not working, these are not the perfect ones, you should reconsider something, or are they approaching yourself?
Yeah, right now, yeah, as a clear suggestion, I just ask you, even e-shops or whatever banks or who are doing, so website is just like one puzzle piece of the bigger journey or sales funnel. So it can be like aggregator of different content streams what you create or branding streams. So I would like to place this website a little bit like back in this chain, and there are quite many steps you have to take care of before users experience something on the website. In terms of branding and everything, yeah.
You're talking a lot about the user experience, but user experience is a sort of, it can come in from multiple channels. How important are digital channels in relation to whatever else is done by the company or organization or university?
Mm-hmm. What's the digital channel? Is it like a phone or chat or website? Like everything is already digital channels, so I don't see so much people calling anymore. So yeah, I see that you have to validate like different. It was like omni-channel experiences, like requests coming in from the phone, from the website, from the chat, from the email, and you have to take care that you have a clear processes and even AI assistants available, like in case of the Bolt we heard. So yeah, that's.
You know, my eldest daughter, Lola, she went to university last year, and I asked her, how did you approach to different universities? She's studying graphical design in University of Arts and Design of Estonia now. And he first said that, yes, I went to websites different. And when she did me like a 1-minute memo to each of the websites of universities she was approaching, and quite honest, 1-minute feedback from a person who just finished her secondary school. So ask your children around and let them check your webs, and you'll get immediate feedback, and it's quite honest as well.
Yeah, my son did a user testing for my website, and even there is a book called The Mom Test. There is a book, you can Google it, and like if your mom understands it, then most of the customers will understand it.
Okay, thank you, Andres. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.